Lizzo, Eric, and maybe I should start like this. Lizzo, Eric, is now Lizzo. What do you know about health? Okay, let's see if I can troll some people by saying like this. Lizzo, you don't even know anything about health. What does Lizzo know about being healthy, Eric? She doesn't know anything. Is she even triple vaccinated? That's the question we're asking
Well, you
here. Um,
health.
allegedly, say it. What are you gonna say?
No, healthy at any size. That's like their one of their things, right? Like all body types. Are, it's about body positivity stuff. Healthy at any size. All right. She looks like the poop
Dancers
emoji.
Dancers who filed a lawsuit against Lizzo described nuanced weight shaming, never blatant fat phobia. So it sounds to me like they've already walked back their claims. Former dancers accusing Lizzo of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. The former dancers accusing Lizzo of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment in a new lawsuit are sharing more details about their experiences. Three dancers filed a lawsuit against Lizzo, whose real name is Melissa Vivian Jefferson, alleging Lizzo weight shamed one of them, then fired her after recording a meeting because of a health condition. They also accused the singer of pressuring one of them in a strip club to touch a nude performer and subjecting them to an excruciating audition after falsely accusing them of drinking on the job. Lizzo has not commented on the lawsuit. So, Eric, right off the bat, like the idea that Lizzo is telling anybody that they're too big, you have to assume it's because she's just like, listen, I'm 600 pounds. You can't be on the stage and be fat as well, or else the whole stage is going to collapse and have to pay for your health insurance. I don't want to do that, so everybody else needs to lose weight. Also, she probably thinks that being fat is just like one of her draw factors and not in the sense of like a planetary orbit, which also could apply here. But I also feel like if everybody else is thinner, then it just shows like she's an amazing fat performer. And if everybody else is fat, well, then you're just like, this is just a bunch of fat people. What is this? A fat convention? FatCon 2023 in Philadelphia. Do you remember there's a viral clip that happened in memes like for years, in the last 5 years, where it's just like this super fat girl dancing to Beyonce or something, and they're just like, the idea of the video is look how good she is at it. That's what I mean. If there's other fat girls performing like Lizzo, and she's all of a sudden not the super talented fat girl, which she isn't, Eric. But this is the aura I think she's trying to create. Do you think that any of this is true? Because a lot of this already sounds like nonsense to me. She told me that I had to touch a stripper. That's something you sue somebody over. Like, come on now. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I will say, as much as I think if I heard one of her songs, I might be able to recognize it. I don't know anything about her, and I wouldn't say she's this amazing person, but I do think she is actually talented. I think she plays some instruments. So I want to give her credit there, even though I do not care for her music or her, her target demographic. But to answer the question, I don't think it's real. I think it's most likely that a bone to pick. Somebody maybe got fired. Maybe somebody did show up drunk. Maybe, who knows what happened. But it sounds a little bit like, an angry ex or whatever. Like, oh, they made me touch the stripper and the whole banana story and all that stuff. It doesn't ring true, but this is the bed you made, right? This is these are the parameters that you set. These are the purity tests that these type of people constantly put forward that obviously nobody can pass, and that's why we see it over and over and over and over and over and over again for infinity forever. They always eat their own because they administer these purity tests that quite obviously nobody up eating yourself. It ends up backfiring on you. She's going to be fine. Obviously, won't matter. Nobody will be talking about this in a week, so it really won't matter. It's not going to hurt her in the long run. But it should be no, these people never learn the lesson because they don't. Them learning a lesson would be me assuming that any of it's genuine, and we have this conversation almost with every topic, that none of it is ever genuine. These people who may or may not be telling the truth about Lizzo are not genuine. Lizzo talking about the body positivity and all that is not genuine. We also had those clips of, I don't know, a couple months ago of her crying on a live show. It's all completely fake. And we brought it up last week, I believe, that it pays to be phony, right? Like Bobby Hall. I mean, she's just the flavor of the month right now, flavor of the week or whatever. But there's very little reward in the short term, shall we say, for being genuine, right? So eventually, your longevity, your truthfulness, your honesty will pay off, but very few people are willing to pay the price in the long run when it's much easier to just lie and get clicks and you're going to be popular for 6 months, and then it goes away. So maybe I trailed off there, but we can mark the date here and see where Bobby Althoff, right? Is anybody going to be talking about the lopsided boobs of Bobby Althoff in December? I doubt it. I could be wrong.
You are intoxicated with this girl's content in a bad way, not in an in love way. You're drunk off of this mystery of where she came from because it is suspicious. She's hired by somebody, possibly some big agency somewhere in the U.S. was just like, hey, let's just try making our own thing and pushing it. I bet you a
And
bunch of the
obviously, I'm
people
not
she's
the
had
only
on.
one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you've been
Obviously, I'm
showing
not
me.
the only one. Yes, exactly.
A little bit more on this. She allegedly encouraged catching dildos launched from the performers' vagines and eating bananas protruding from the partner's vaginas. Let me read that again, Eric. Lizzo allegedly encouraged her dancers to catch dildos launched from the performers' vaginas and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas. While she privately weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal but absolutely demoralizing. Lizzo is not the only named defendant in the case, which was filed in LA. Lizzo seems to be an abhorrent human being, according to this lawsuit. We don't know the reality, but what I think is most shocking here is that Lizzo's encouraging the use of bananas and like not chocolate eclairs, which is probably what she's most used to eating in items of that shape. Maybe not a banana, maybe like a churro, maybe a taquito, a hot dog on a stick. That's more realistic. If somebody's going to claim it's a banana, it's less believable. They should have went with pogo, or they should have went with popsicle, the 3-colored popsicle. I'd believe that more coming from Lizzo rather than a healthy banana, Eric.
I don't know what pogo is.
It's the battered hot dog on a stick.
Oh, okay.
Corn dog?
Doesn't it? I'm not familiar. Maybe if I. Anyways, does this not whether you're deep in the "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" realm, but doesn't this remind? This light is flickering. I'm sorry. This remind you of when Mac and Charlie try to frame Mac's dad, and they're like, "I'm gonna tell those parole, I'm gonna tell those parole board dickheads that you wanted me to eat your butt," and it's just so outlandish. It seems like they were drinking margaritas or something at a night out, and they were like, "We're so mad at Lizzo, we're gonna come up with a plan to like smear her reputation." That's what it sounds completely fake, or maybe allegedly, because it could all be real. They were all at a strip club getting the thing when they were I don't know, whatever they were doing. Who knows, bro? It seems fake. Long story short, it seems fake.
Turn it up, Jordan.